Greetings and welcome to the Astronomy Picture of the Day podcast. Today's picture for May 12th of 2025 is titled Gaia Reconstructs a Side View of Our Galaxy. So what do we see here? Well, here we see an image of our own Milky Way galaxy. Now, our Milky Way galaxy is hard to see because we're stuck inside it. So it's similar to being inside a building. How do you know about the structure of the building without getting outside of it? Well, typically here on Earth, you can get outside that building and look at it from different angles and get a complete perspective of what that building looks like. However, with our galaxy, we can't do that. It would involve traveling tens or hundreds of thousands of light years away to be able to get far enough to see our galaxy as an individual galaxy such as we see in the image today. So how can we put that together? Well, the Gaia spacecraft, which was recently decommissioned, was something that really helped with that by making maps of billions of stars by determining their parallax. Now, parallax is a way of measuring distance, and it is the apparent shift of a nearby object relative to a more distant one. And that allows us then to determine distances. The larger the shift, the larger the shift, the closer the object is to us. So that's a very small angle that we have to measure, because even for the closest stars to Earth, it would be less than about 1/2000th the diameter of the full moon. So it's an incredibly tiny angle we're trying to measure. However, the very good precision of the Gaia spacecraft allowed us to get accurate measurements for many, many stars, and then put those together in a three-dimensional image. Because we can usually see the positioning of the stars, that's not too hard to look at where the stars are in space. But knowing their distance is hard. When you look out at the sky at night, can you really easily tell which stars are nearby and which stars are far away? And the answer is you can't, because you don't know whether that star is a really bright star near to us or a much brighter star that is very far away. So you could see two stars of equal brightness, one a faint star nearby and one a bright star very far away. So really we lose that distance aspect when we look out. So these Gaia measurements have been quite important for being able to map out the positioning of stars within our galaxy, and now giving us a complete picture that we see. So interestingly, we see the central bulge as we expect. We see that it is a flattened disk, as a spiral galaxy, which we would have expected. However, one of the interesting things is that we're seeing that the edges are tilted a little bit. So we can see a little bit curved toward the outer edge. It doesn't seem to be completely straight. And what that is caused by is a very interesting possibility. Perhaps it has to be something to do with interactions with other galaxies that have passed by and may have deformed our galaxy a little bit. Galaxies do get deformed through interactions. There could also be something else in play just in the structure of our Milky Way that does this. So it's something that we will be looking through this data, trying to better understand. Now, again, this was information from the Gaia spacecraft, which was recently deactivated. In fact, just in March, it finished its mission of mapping up as many stars as it possibly could, getting a large chunk of our galaxy. And here, as we see today, giving us a first good look at our galaxy from the edge. So that was our picture of the day for May 12th of 2025. It was titled Gaia Reconstructs a Side View of Our Galaxy. We'll be back again tomorrow for the next picture, previewed to be again from the top. So we'll see what that is about tomorrow. And until then, have a great day, everyone, and I will see you in class.